We're bringing on a very talented comedian. Shawn Barron is going to entertain folks for the rest of the evening.
Thank you very much. Let's give a big hand out to Mr. Reggie Parker. Please give a big hand out to yourselves for coming out tonight. Most of you are our friends, so you're paying us money for jokes you've already heard about 50 times. We are incredibly appreciative of all that, all the comics. I want to thank you very much. So yeah, I don't know about you guys. I've been having a bit of a rough week. Had an acid flashback on Tuesday. Yeah, I mean, it's not that I want it, but I don't know how I'm supposed to forget about the time that I saw my father throw acid in a policeman's face. So, like I said, great. A little stressed out, but it's good to relax. Alcohol here is one of our good friends, helps for relaxing. But other night I was in a bar. It was a really weird situation because there was this one guy there who just would not shut up about his political views. You always know this one guy in a bar who just, yeah, it's the economy now, the young people don't want to work. But as this guy went on, what made it really suck is I realized he was a racist. And he was just really obnoxious about it. But as the night went on further, I also realized he was dyslexic. Because all night long, he just wanted to talk about how much he hated fucking gingers.
I hate gingers too.
Thank you. My friends in the front row, thank you, Ryan. But one of the other reasons I was going to the bar stressed out is I've actually had some legal problems recently. I mean, it wasn't my fault. It just started out normally. So a couple weeks ago, I went to Colombia for a 6-hour vacation, and I'm just all relaxing there, and a couple of guys come up to me while in the bar, and they're just like, hey, what's your name? Oh, Shawn, nice to meet you. Shawn, wonder if you would like to come back to our place and swallow a bunch of condoms. Well, I don't know. It's like, oh, you gotta do it, man. It's everybody's doing it in Colombia. It's like the coolest thing. So I'm like, I didn't want to be rude. So, swallow the condoms. Like 2 hours later, I get back onto my plane. And you won't believe this. They had cocaine in them. So basically, I'm stuck in immigration. And I realize, oh crap, I only get one phone call. So what am I going to do? So I think the first thing that all of you would think, Domino's. Unfortunately, the police still had my wallet and my credit card, so I realized all I would get to do is call and just hear about the various meat and dough combinations, and it would just lead to disappointment. So I realized, shit, I need to get an attorney. So I called up my friend Bill. Now Bill's always this guy, he's always in trouble with the law, but he always manages to avoid it. He's just kind of like squirmy like that. He always manages to get out of all his problems. So I go, Bill, do you know an attorney who can get me out of this smuggling rap? Oh, Shawn, I know a great attorney. I guarantee you it won't be a problem. Well, is he any good? Shawn, I'm telling you, the attorney I know, he can get off any man in America. Well, I'm very glad that he's proficient in the bedroom, but how is he going to be in court? So needless to say, he failed to get me off, but he did succeed in getting me off. Read into that whatever you'd like. So, in the immortal words of Oscar Levance, beneath this flabby exterior lies a complete lack of character. So one of the things I've been trying to do is go to the gym recently. But what always makes the gym a real hassle to go through is phone calls during your set. But whenever you go to the gym, if you don't have a membership, or if you're needing to renew one, they always are just, you just go up to the front desk, and it's just like, hi, I'd like to join the gym. You'd like to join the gym, you say? Hold on, I need to make a phone call. Yes, Matt, there's someone here who wants to join the gym. All right, Matt will help you in the back office. Now, the first thing you do is they hand you out a 6-page form at every gym. The gym form is filled with a lot of annoying questions, such as, why have you decided to join our gym? Why have I decided to join the gym? Why have I decided to join the gym? Well, you see, I really like experiences where club music can be blasted too loud in my ear non-stop. I'm overcharged for everything, and I'm constantly made to feel physically inadequate. And there's not a lot of nightclubs open at 3 in the afternoon on a Tuesday. But they ask you other questions, like, okay, so why are you coming? Alright, so we know you're coming to the gym. What are your fitness goals? I guess my main fitness goals is that I reach a point where I never have to use the phrase fitness goals to describe anything I'm doing. But they keep making you fill out these forms. They need to know where you're from, your contacts, who to call in case of an emergency. It's ridiculous. It's easier to get a handgun in this country than to get a gym membership. And there's also, that would go on. For example, if you were to open up a gym here in New Jersey, with no permission from the city, nothing from the state. You didn't bother to, check anyone's health who you signed up. You didn't bother to check any of your trainers if they were qualified or if any of the machines or equipment was working. If you did that, you'd be in handcuffs. If you tried to sell a gun the same way, you'd be in Florida. Thank you. I like to try to relax. I like to try reading. One of the interesting books I read, it was a book on psychic phenomena. It's called I Wrote What You're Thinking. One of the things that I was able to reach an awareness while I was reading this book, I actually came to understand that I myself actually am imbued with psychic powers. Yes, you can relax, It's all very true. What I realized is I actually have the psychic ability to kill people with my mind. I just have to think about someone I don't like, and 60 to 80 years later, they're dead. Don't laugh. I can see all of you. So besides psychic books, one of the other things I like to read is I like to read a lot of history books. One interesting read recently was all about the history of China. Now in this book, it had a great point that I love, is that whenever they're dealing with China, they want to show you how massive it is. So one of the descriptors they used was China is so big that it has 6 to 7 million blind people in it, equal to the population of Denmark. Which I just thought was a really odd comparison. Additionally, because I watched way too many kung fu movies when I was younger, I started to wonder, who would win in that fight? The blind people of China or all of Denmark? Now, some people would think Denmark, because they can see, and but man, if you ever watch some kung fu movies, blind people in China can learn amazing shit. They can like fly off the walls and jump around. It's fucking amazing. So I'm really betting on the blindies. But it made me think more. I wonder if all the left-handed people in Denmark could beat all of Iceland in a fight. Because Denmark has 7 million. You figure maybe 2 million left-handed people. All of Iceland, 600,000. Or no, 300,000. So I just imagine a bunch of drunk people at the Danish left-handers meeting. Sven, I'm tired of this shit. We gotta get a boat and go kick some icy ass tonight. But whenever they have these in the book, like I said, they make a comparison of the blind people in China to those in Denmark. They always do the most bizarre comparisons that you're supposed to understand. It's just like, there was a car accident, and if someone had been in that car, flung it at this speed, if you were to start out in New York, you would be halfway to Cleveland by the time this sentence has ended. What the fuck does that mean? But they just do this all the time. The other thing they like to say is, they have the commercial where they go to Africa or some third world place where none of the kids have shoes, and they're just like, by the time you're done watching this commercial, over 4,000 children in Africa will bump into walls because they have no lights. Okay, thank you for telling me that. I can send a light bulb. I don't know really what we're going to do with this information. But the other thing with this video is whenever they have, they go to Africa, there's always, the Christian minister and the guy, and there's always just like, see poor Imumwe here, he's forced to trudge through the sewage and walk barefoot, then he picks him up. Here's what always gets to me. A commercial is a filmed event. They set this all up. Now, probably afterwards, they helped the person out, but this means that they're just like, yes, I know you're starving, you lack shoes or toilets or any form of running water, sanitation, electricity, freedom from warlords, all these things are your problems. And we will help you, but we need you to let us film you for the next 2 days, completely humiliating yourself. Well, thank you guys for coming out tonight. I'm the first host. So, I'm going to introduce our next comic. Packy, you ready out there? We're introducing the first comic to ever go through puberty during a set. Packy?
Yes, sir!
What's going on, guys?
Yeah!
What's going on? I'm Packy.